So, top 25 power rankings. Haven't done these in a couple weeks. It is my best performing video on the channel on a weekly basis, so one could argue that it does pain me that I didn't do that. Not only I would have liked to get the video out over the last week, but in addition to the fact that it also gives me the most pocket change. So, unfortunately, I didn't do it last week. So, on here you see a top 25. That's representative of the Discord. The Discord had 13 participants, 3 1/3 represented by the LEC, 3 1/3 LPL, 3 LCK, 2 1/3 LCS, and 1 minor region. That is made up of people when they join the Discord. When you join the Discord, if you'd like to, the Rules and Roles channel, you can choose which regions you support. It changes the username color. And in addition to that, it helps me with things like this, and also we can identify you with whatever region. If you're talking about a region out of pocket, we know why. Pretty much is what the deal is. This is the top 25. JDG received 9 of the 13 first place votes, BLG 3, and then C9 1. Well, I mean, I allow everybody to vote, even... you know, I don't know if you believe in a higher being, but God's special snowflakes, we allow them to vote. So C9 got a first place vote. The teams that did not make the top 25 that received votes, from most to least: Live Sandbox, Detonation Focus Me, Mad Lions, Beyond Gaming, J Team, NRG, Nongshim, Fluxo, DRX, and Red Canids. I'm going to go over my top 25, and at the end of each column, tell you how the Discord had it. 25th for me are Breon. Breon are 4-10 in the LCK. Oh, probably should have said this off the rip. Anybody that is no longer Worlds eligible is not on this list. So if you're knocked out of the playoffs, you're not on this list. I don't care if OMG are over here in terms of skill. They're no longer able to go to Worlds. So to me, they're dead until January. So, Breon 25th. 4-10, beat T1, beat KDF, lost to D+, lost to HLE, played both of those teams close. Breon are looking good towards the end. The 6th place in the LCK is an absolute joke. Right now, everybody's like 4-10, battling it out. It is definitely something to behold. And because Breon beat KDF, I mean, KDF also lost to Nongshim. KDF lost to DRX, I think. I mean, the wheels are coming off for them, and it's anybody's game. And Breon beating T1 KDF gets them on here. Karos is looking okay. Umpty is doing his job. Morgan has been solid. And the bot lane's been solid all split long, in my opinion. So, Bro are 25th. Gam from the VCS are 6-2, second in Vietnam, and they are 24th. Beat Cerberus Gaming, or Cerberus Esports, sorry, Team Secret and Team Flash. Turning it up as of late. Obviously a stalwart in Vietnam, a team that we have watched time and time again internationally with players like Levi and Katie. A very good team, of course. Definitely deserving of being on here. I think if they make it as a second seed from Vietnam, play-ins will be ugly for the teams that have to face against them. J Team 23rd. They are from the PCS, and they're my second ranked team from there. They're 10-2. Between the last 2 weeks, they beat Dewish Team, Frank Esports, Deep Cross Gaming, West Point Esports, CFO Flying Oyster, and Beyond Gaming. So beat Frank, DCG, and CFO. 3 teams that I would consider solid in the PCS. J Team have some solid players. They're a team that plays the game the right way, and you know, can represent the PCS well if they go internationally. Are they going to knock everyone's socks off? Probably not, but I think that they are playing well. First in Vietnam, Team Wales. Team Wales are 8-1, beat Team Flash, Saigon Buffalo, MBE Esports, or MGN Box Esports. Lost to Team Secret, so they're 3-1. Team Wales have BA and I think Eddie at 80 carry. I don't watch minor regions. This is very much based off of stats. in stats alone with the minor region teams, but I know BA is an excellent player, former VCS MVP at the support role. One of those players that you know are world class. He's shot calling. Team Wales have been solid and been very competitive. So they're 22nd. And then the top ranked minor region team in 21st are DFM. Oh no, sorry, not the top-ranked minor region team. Top-ranked Japanese team, 6-1, beat Sengoku Gaming to end the split, and then beat Crest Gaming Act 3-0 in quite dominating fashion. I think they had a 400 gold differential per minute in that one, and just crushed them. And sorry, they're going to be competitive internationally. However, they don't have a Toll 2 didn't play top lane for a little while. Udapon did, and they played Milan at 80 carry. So they are messing with their roster a bit. I didn't look to see if that continued in playoffs. But Udapon was looking good in the top lane. And the joke was in the Discord that Udapon may have been the best top laner in Japan even when Evie was there. Speaking of Evie, he's next. Team Heretics are 20th for me. They're 5-4. They beat BDS and Koi, but lost to, so they lost to BDS, they beat Koi, or no, they lost to BDS, beat Koi, beat BDS the second time around. So Team Heretics are solid. Vethio is looking disgusting. If he goes international, he is the best Western mid laner right now. He is a monster on the Kesa. Very high carry potential. One of my favorite mid laners to watch. Flacked is doing his job at a high level. I think Mursa has really stepped up lately for Team Heretics and doesn't get enough credit, really. Probably the least talked about player on that team. And Yankos is just being an old man doing his thing, so I think he's been fine as well. 19th is EG. They're 12-6, but this past week they struggled. Going 3-3. They beat Immortals, TL, and TSM. So 2 of those wins expected. The TL wins competitive. That's a team around them in the standings. A team we'd consider close to them. But lost to Golden Guardians, FlyQuest, C9. So lost to 2 other teams in that group. I would consider the 4 LCS teams at the top pretty close together. C9 probably slightly ahead of the other 3. So going 1-1 against the others is definitely a thing. Went 0-3 in week 5, 3-0 in week 6. Maybe they got the wheels back on. But playing Immortals and TSM are going to make you look pretty decent. JoJo's looking good. They played a different jungler this past week as well. That is going to definitely draw some question marks. Armeo 0-3 in week 5, but had done well in the first 4 weeks. Shaden 3-0 in week 6. Who ends up playing in the playoffs? I think it could go back and forth. This could be a thing for EG. And for better or for worse, you know, if you've followed me for a while, I'm not a big fan of 6-man rosters. XL 18th. So XL beat Mad Lions, beat SK. So they got to play G2 in a best of 5 today and did well, which is why they're up there. Otherwise, I'd probably have them down here. They played G2 very competitively. Patrick looked good. Abadage looked excellent. Odo struggled. Odo was pretty ugly today. And Peach, not great. But the carry role is very good for XL. I think right now, I'd put Heretics. I think it's close. XL playing G2 so well is really hard to ignore. It really is. I would love to say Vethio, Flacked, Yankos, Mursa are better, and I think they are. But that series against G2 just really, like, Team Heretics is the sum of their parts situation. Really looking impressive. 17th PSG. No, sorry. 17th are T1. I moved them around afterwards, after writing them on this board in front of me. T1 are 7-7. The wheels have fallen off. They beat Nongshim, but lost to D+, HLE, and Brion. The Brion loss is the bad one, right? D+, HLE, I was not shocked by. I ended up predicting Brion to win against T1 because the wheels have fallen off so much. But you could argue, why are they so high above Brion? It's hard. Brion beat them. I was not surprised because I predicted them to beat them. I'm not surprised they lost to D Plus and HLE. It's just so hard to look at the players of Zeus, Owner, Gumayushi, and Carrier and really think that team is worse than these teams. And then someone could say, yeah, well, actually, they aren't worse. The LCK just dominates the top 20 teams in our hypothetical world where we try and, like, surmise things based off of worlds, which I think is fair, but at the same time not set in stone. So it's really hard. I think like T1, if they played XL, should win. But Brion against XL, Brion, just don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep against Brion and you win. Back to T1 though. Faker is clearly way underrated. And people are going to be like, oh my God, you said Faker's underrated? He's overrated. He's washed. This and that. Look at how T1 have played since Faker's been out. And we don't know how long Faker was dealing with this injury. This is a wear and tear injury. I don't believe this is a sudden thing. So I don't know how long he's been playing with it. Because he's probably trying to extend his career at this point. You know, clearly was what made that team go. If that isn't evident, I don't know what is. Like really, truly, it's mind-boggling. I didn't really think Faker was as important as he was, and I don't think a lot of people are actually giving that enough credence. 16th PSG, 11-1, first in the PCS, first minor region team for me. Beat CFO, West Point, Impunity, Beyond Gaming, Dewish Team, and Frank. They went 6-0 this past 2 weeks. Maple is excellent. Junjia is great for the PCS. Both players are doing a great job. I mean, this is also not a surprise, right? PSG are playing like a Korean team, which is going to allow them to beat teams, in my opinion, that play a little recklessly from the West. I think this team is capable of taking games off of Western teams at the international events, at Worlds right now is the one coming up, obviously. I think that they're possibly able to even take games off of some Eastern teams, like the 4th seeded Eastern teams. I think that they could take games. I'm not saying they can take series, but I think they could take games if they do what they need to do. 15th is TL. Oh, sorry, column. Discord, 17th through 25th. BDS, EG, Team Liquid, Team Heretics, PSG, Brion, SK, the Kwangdong Freaks, and Team Wales. So a few teams listed on there from the Discord that I don't have in my top 25. So TL beat Cloud9, FlyQuest, Dignitas, lost to TSM, Golden Guardians, EG. So that's why they're 15th. Losing to GG and EG, but EG also going 3-3. And yeah, I mean, I think you could argue, I guess, EG over TL because they beat them. I think that it's, you know, it's however you want to look at it, because TL beat Cloud9, right? And Cloud9's the big monster. So, any given day, any given Sunday, or in this case, any given Wednesday, Thursday, Friday when they played against each other. You know, Summit is looking very good in top lane, kind of 1v9 angle right now. APA has brought a new wrinkle to that team, but I think the opposition's catching up. Now it's time for Team Liquid to adjust to APA to get to the next level, if there even is one for the team. 14th, Golden Guardians. Beat EG, Immortals, Team Liquid, Dignitas, 100 Thieves, lost to Energy, and then Cloud9 a tiebreaker. So 5-1. Beating EG, TL, 2 other playoff teams in Dignitas, 100 Thieves. Very good week for them. 2 weeks. Losing NRG. NRG somehow beats good teams, loses to bad teams. If NRG goes to Worlds, I guess they win by that logic. I don't understand. Gory River, obviously, just absolutely cracked. As far as they can take Golden Guardians, I say it every week. It's just a matter of fact. 13th, Fnatic, 7-2, lost to SK, beat Mad Lions, and then beat SK again. So finally beat SK. Big deal for them. Noah was not the star. It was Oscarinen and Razork, and that's a big deal. Oscarinen getting going for them, getting some confidence, can give Fnatic an opportunity to go to Worlds and be competitive. I think that he is the player that's a big question mark. Humanoid, I think, is world class. We saw him at play-ins last year, look very good. He fits into Worlds. Now, is he one of the best mid laners at Worlds? No, but when he fits, he's not out of place. He doesn't look like he doesn't belong. Noah, being a Korean import, probably will fit in there. Will he int? Probably not. So that's solid. Trimby's world class. Fnatic has a few world class players, and then some players that honestly should, if they can play with confidence, can do some really good things. 12th place, Cloud9, 13-5. Beat 100 Thieves, EG, TSM, FlyQuest, Golden Guardians, lost to Team Liquid Energy. Fudge has looked good. Eminez is very coin flippy, though. That's pretty much the end-all, be-all. I think Eon and Core JJ has found opportunities to make things happen. Oh, sorry. I'm just mixing C9 and TL. So, Fudge has done his job. Eminez, coin flippy. Berserker Sven have started to step it up a little bit more, but I would still like to see more. I don't see that 1v9 angle from Berserker as much anymore. I think Blabber has shown a wide array of options for Cloud9 going into an international event, which is a big deal. Going into playoffs is a big deal. I think that they're finding ways to surprise the opponents, and that's massive. I think that Cloud9 are a really fun team, and we'll see what happens with them internationally. Obviously not going to get too hypey about it because, they are what they are in the end. 11th, EDG. Despite being knocked out of the playoffs, EDG are locked into regional finals, so their world's hopes are still alive. They're 8-8. They lost to OMG and Weibo to end the split, but then would beat Team Wii and OMG and lose to Top Esports in a best-of-5 today, 3-2. I think EDG are better than the teams below them. I think Ale looked very good today despite losing. JJ was solid. Fofo did his job, just couldn't keep up with Rookie, who was playing at a world champion level. Uzi and Mako. Mako's looked good. Uzi is doing really well in team fights, but we'd like more damage out of him, especially with the amount of gold he's getting. So we'll see them in a couple weeks play for regional finals to try and get to Worlds. Excuse me. 10th, HLE at 9-5. And then D+, 9th. Yes. So the reason why I did both of them at the same time was because they both had the same schedules. Both beat Live Sandbox, T1 Breon, lost to KT. Right now, really have D+ over HLE because of Canyon Showmaker. That duo is something that I think Grizzly and Zeka will have their hands full of. Kana and Kingen have looked excellent on the top side of the rift for both teams, really outperforming my expectations. Bot side, HLE have the edge. Viper and Life over Deft and that's the thing with D+. Bible, Kellen, what are we playing with here? 6-man roster, not a huge fan, but Canyon, Showmaker are just too good. Grizzly has definitely impressed me, though. I think that, Pays gets Rookie of the Split, but I think Grizzly deserves a lot more shine than he gets from fans. 8th, Weibo. At 10-6, Weibo finished the split with a win against RNG. EDG lost to IG. Ugly loss. IG beat a few good teams towards the end of the split. JDG as well. And then beat Ninja and Pajamas. In a few hours, they play LNG. Loser goes to regional finals. So with that in mind, that's just why Weibo are still up here. I believe Weibo go to regional finals. Maybe they don't. EDG, I know, are locked into it from what it looks like to me. So I had a tough time going over this. So we're going to go top esports real fast, and then I'm going to actually 1 second. So top esports are 7th, but 9th through 16th from the Discord: G2, HLE, EDG, Golden Guardians, then Fnatic, then Weibo, then T1. So top esports, Weibo. So top esports 12-4. Beat anyone's legend to end the split, then beat EDG. So both teams beat EDG recently. I didn't love the way top played today against EDG. In terms of top lane. Rookie, like I said, was on another level. He was world champion rookie today. Bot lane, Jackie Love and Mark looked good as a duo. I still think Light and Crisp are playing better for Weibo. I think if Wayward played like that against Weibo today, the Shy would eat him alive. Weiwei has done just as good of a job as Tian's done recently. And Xiaohu maybe can't keep up with Rookie. So that's the thing. Right now, I think those two teams are really close. And it's going to circle back to a couple weeks ago where people were saying Weibo are better than Top. Now, I don't like the reasoning for why they don't think Top is good at that time. I think now you can make a case for why using, well, these players aren't playing as good as the other players. Not, well, 3 years ago, somebody choked internationally, and that's why that they aren't better. I think that just eliminates that person from the discussion. So, I think it's a toss-up between those two teams. In my prediction today for Weibo LNG, I made a prediction. So, that's the thing. 6th place, G2. I think G2... So, there's two things going on with this. One, there aren't as many teams that I think that can win Worlds as there was 2 weeks ago. That number continues to dwindle. And 2, G2 are 8-1, beat Koi, BDS, XL. G2 can show you all 5 players can carry. Now, do we want to see Caps carry too much? No. Mickey X, we want him to carry. He can carry on facilitators. He can make some shit happen. Hansama continues to carry well. Caps can carry. Yike can certainly carry. He's one of the best carry-oriented junglers in the world right now. He is excellent. And then Broken Blade dominated Otawamne today. Broken Blade's very good right now. And G2 can give you so many different looks that it's hard to predict what they're going to do. It's hard to draft against them. It's hard to scout them because they offer all these different things. You have to look back at this season, all the games that they glorified scrimmed, all the shit they showed. Are they going to pull out a Kled? Well, no, Kled stinks. They have a triple flexed if they really want it. I mean, double flex, they can flex it between soul lanes. Obviously, that's one example that might not even be relevant anymore given the meta. But the point I'm trying to make is G2 have a ton of options where a lot of the teams on this board are not as diverse. And diversity will help a Western team or a minor region team against Eastern teams. Is it enough to win the event? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's a small equalizer. LNG are 5th. The top, actually, we're just going to do it this way. They have not changed for me. JDG, BLG, KT, Gen G, LNG. Sorry this is crooked. It's because the way I'm right here. The way I'm writing it. So LNG are 12-4. Beat Thundercock, beat Nip. Gen G 13-1. Beat Nongshim, DRX, KDF. Lost to KT. KT 13-1. Beat HLE, DRX, D plus Gen G. So KT beat 9th, 10th, and 4th. They have shown we are the best team in the LCK right now. Hands down. Nobody can match us. They smoked Gen G 2-0. KT, I've been saying this. I mean, I had Gen G above them until they played. I had them. I had them until they played, which is, I held true to that. They've been playing the best League of Legends. It's these two teams playing the best League of Legends right now. the cleanest League of Legends. World Championship level League of Legends. BLG beat RNG Team Wii to end the split. Ended 15-1. JDG 14-2. Beat Thunder Talk Rare Atom. BLG have not shown that they can beat JDG. JDG can take nights off. They could go 2-14, somehow get in the playoffs. I don't know. That's not possible, obviously. But you get my point. They could have gotten in at 7-9. BLG still haven't proven that they can beat JDG. That's a troubling thing. But the point is, obviously I wouldn't have JDG first at 7-9. But we would still be questioning what the hell is going on. Right now, JDG are still very good. Could BLG beat them? Yes. Problem with double Elim. Oh, double Elim, man. Double Elim without a reset, I would rather have single Elim. I've said this time and time again. People like to see more games, but they don't want true fairness. And, I mean, that's fine if you say it like that. I think people forget, that that's the case. Or they conveniently forget, or don't just acknowledge, hey, I want it this way. I don't care that there's no reset or not all teams are treated equally. The whole well, a team gets to scout another team. I'd rather have an opportunity to lose. Otherwise, we can do single elim and everybody scouted everybody before the damn season before the playoffs started when they played each other. And then there you go. Sorry, I have videos on my channel ranting about that, but it's still an unfortunate reality. So that's it for the LoL Esports Power Rankings. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter. Hope to see you again tomorrow.